Hand over this session to Tejas Ziora, Managing Director, Make3D.in, to start the session. Tejas, it's over to you. You are not audible.
Yeah, now audible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, most welcome everyone to this session of future technology for using 3D printing for innovative products, right? Myself, Tejas Diora, I'm the MD of Make3D.in, and we as a Make3D.in define ourselves as a manufacturer of 3D printer machine in India, and we are working since 2015 in this domain. I, along with my colleague Mr. Srinivas, is handling the South Indian part. Means we are working in South Indian market to promote this technology, to make people aware about 3D printing technology, to make people aware about the advantages of this amazing technology, which is going to be the future and the third industrial revolution of the industry, right? So today's session is for the students and the young future entrepreneurs or the future business person, right, of India. So yeah, it's our responsibility to make you guys aware about the possibilities of 3D printing and where currently this 3D printing in technology stands in the India and in the Indian market particularly. Because if we talk about like the use of 3D printing in foreign market like USA, Germany, they are far ahead from us, right? They are far away from, means they are working very dedicatedly. For example, their industries are working very dedicatedly to use the 3D printing technology. The students are very keen to understand the 3D printing technology. I will show you in our upcoming slides, like where the students like 6th, 7th grades means standard students are working on 3D printing. They are making innovative products. They are working on collaborative thinkings. They are working on innovative thinkings, and it's a great step in terms of Atal Tinkering Lab setups in schools and like Atal Community Development Center, as per the mentioned by the sir. So some of the incubation centers are developing. They are using 3D printing technology. They are using robotics related stuff. So it's good stuff for Indian future and for students like you to understand this 3D printing technology as well as the robotics technology, because the resources is very important, right? So by means of Atal labs, Atal incubation centers, you come into front of the all these resources and all. So when we were in the engineering, basically my background is from engineering itself. I am a mechanical engineering, passed out in 2014. So at our time, there were no introduction of 3D printing in the market. Basically, there were no such sessions like on the 3D printing. We used to talk about substitute manufacturing like CNC, VMC, and all. So it's a good chance for all of you to understand this future technology, and uh, I'm very pleased to get this chance to represent our company and to represent this 3D printing technology in front of you. So yeah, as per our session, let's start the session without wasting the time. So I'm sharing my screen with you, sir. Kindly confirm once you are able to see the screen, right?
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Okay, fine. Let me share the PPT screen. So in today's session, we will work and we will understand how 3D printing actually work, what is a 3D printing technology, what are the different type of 3D printing technologies available in the market, and what are the applications, because application is the most important stuff to accept the 3D printing technology. It's not like 3D printing can be used at every place and can be used by everyone. So there are some dedicated applications where we can use 3D printing. So that we need to understand, right? But before that, I just want to understand from you guys, like how many of you are uh, have heard about 3D printing technology before this, and how many of you are aware of this technology? You can ping your message. Let's make this session interactive. You can ping yes, or you can message yes, I am aware, I am aware, if you are aware about the 3D printing technology, so that I can get idea about the audience, right? Okay, Yamini said like I am aware. Great. Any other person or student who is aware about the 3D printing technology? Okay, no response from the student, no problem. But there are few students who are aware about this technology and few are don't have any idea, right? So no problem. This session is for you guys only. We will take care of everything. Now, if we talk about 3D printing technology, so the major industry or major application where 3D printing can be used is in the manufacturing process, right? So 3D printer in manufacturing. So basically, in manufacturing of products, right? So before understanding the different application of 3D printing in industry or in case of manufacturing industry, we need to understand the product. And to understand the product, we need to find like what exactly is the product and what are all the product around us. So if you currently are seated in the conference hall, if you are in the office, you can find multiple product around you. So I at least want a name of 5 product from you guys in the message box. Whatever you can see around you, you just drop the name of that product in the message box. I will check the comment and we'll discuss about it. Yeah. Please be interactive so that we can get maximum out of this session, right? Students, are you finding any products around you? Yeah, TV, AC, fan.
There is some disturbance. Yeah.
Now it's fine?
Yes.
Yeah, TV, AC, fan, laptop, phone, okay. Other product, 5 product you already mentioned, okay. Yeah, fine. So if we talk about AC, so we need to think how it's made. The air conditioning, right? We can see the outer enclosure of AC. We need to think about it. So it is a product, right? So product follow like product manufacturing. We need to follow some processes, right? So we need to. It makes us thinking about the manufacturing process, like how it makes, like laptop, phone, fan, right? If you can see the fan, there is 3 wings to it, so we need to think about it, how it's made. So there are some engineering processes which was followed by engineers or the companies to manufacture that process, but it's not like we got some idea and we just manufactured or we just made that product, right? It was followed by multiple process, so we need to think about like how it's made. So basically, if we think about a certain product, there are certain processes. For example, to make a fan, it comes into the metal industry segment. So it need to be a sheet metal process or CNC VMC process we need to follow. If we talk about AC and the enclosure of AC, the internal stuff, electronic stuff, it's a different measure. It's a different segment. There is no use of 3D printing. But if we talk about the outer enclosures, so such enclosures can be made by means of 3D printing technology, and 3D printing will find a perfect application in that industry. So if we talk about the outer enclosure, so we need to think how it's made. So basically that portion comes under the injection molding processes, because it's used plastic, and to make any product and to develop a product out of a plastic, there is a conventional manufacturing process called as a injection molding. Maybe you guys are aware about it. It's a common manufacturing process which comes under the normal curriculum of engineering, right? So that is one stuff. And if we talk about TV, so TV also got some plastic enclosures. So to manufacture such kind of an enclosures, there are multiple processes, but it comes under the segment of plastic industry. So we need to think, if any product we see, for example, you are using calculator, so calculator outer enclosure, you need to think how it's made. So for any product development process, it covers a multiple process of verification and all that we will see in the next slide. But before that, let's see how exactly the plastic related products can be made. And basically a chair, if you are sitting, right, currently you are sitting somewhere, so there may be a chair on which you have been there, right? So for that, let's understand like how chair can be made. That is a number one product which need to get your attention, right? So let's think about it, like how it's made, the plastic chair. So I'm going to showcase one video. So kindly have a look. So this is the injection molding process. It's a heavy duty injection molding machine in which male and female cavity is there, and we can make chair out of it. So by means of granules, we are going to heat the granules, and by using the injection molding process, you can see here is the mold and die. Left hand side, it's a mold and die. So by inserting the plastic granules and by applying some heat, it will get converted into the shape of our cavity. So from the right side, you can see the different portions. So male and female cavity get converted into the shape of a cavity or a shape of a die, we can say. So this is the chair manufacturing process. It's one of the product, right? The same way we have different products, and we are using a different processes at the same or a different level. So you will get idea once this video get complete. So kindly have a complete look to the video. The second way, here we are making a tub, water tub. Everyone aware about this product, right? So this is also used here. We can also use injection molding process. Yeah, this is the plastic water tub. Everyone can find it, right? Or everyone is aware about it. So it's an injection molding process we are following. The orange and the black machine was the injection molding machine. This is the very desktop kind of a small injection molding machine in which we are making some plastic parts, the small plastic parts. Here also we are using die and mold. Multiple cavity is there. We are inserting the granules, and the granules get converted into the final product. But it's a desktop kind of small prototype and a small injection molding machine. So from small level plastic product to a big level or multiple uses of plastic product or heavy duty plastic product, we have different kind of machinery or conventional manufacturing processes to make that product. So it's our responsibility to think about it. When we are going to be engineer, we need to think about it, like how it's made, what are the processes to follow to make such a product, right? So yeah, so hopefully you get idea about the injection molding processes. Now we need to think, or we need to understand the product from start to end, like how it's made. So we need to follow the product development processes, because our today's subject is to make or to use a 3D printing technology to make a innovative products, right? So that is why we are understanding the product development process. So how it's work actually in the industry. So in industry, first of all, any product development process start with need. The first step is need, and based on the need, people and the engineers or the R&D engineers do the designing stuff. Then they do prototyping, then they do the verification of the prototyping and the final manufacturing process. And that is why the first slide was 3D printer in manufacturing. So that is one of the most suitable application of 3D printing in the industry in the manufacturing, right? So if we consider the product development process, it falls under the 4 steps: design, prototyping, verification, and manufacturing. And 3D printing technology will find the application in the second and the third step, prototyping and verification. And why prototyping and verification is important, that you will understand in the next slide, right? Because it's a very important stuff when we are making a product. So we can't do direct design and manufacturing. We can't do design and manufacturing. We can't skip prototyping and verification step. Every industry currently follow this 4 steps to make any product: design, prototyping, verification, and manufacturing. And that is why 3D printing is useful to develop innovative product, right? So let understand why verification. So because once you make any product, once you make any design, most of the case designer having a kind of a sense of insecurity in terms of either this product will work or not. So they need a proof of concept, right? They are working on a concept. So they need a proof of concept, and proof of concept can be made by means of prototyping. Prototyping means a demo model of your actual product on which you can perform some test. So it is most important. Why? Because if we do not perform a prototyping and verification process, we need to invest high tool cost, because whatever the injection molding process I have shown you in the video, whatever you have seen, like chair making process. So behind that, there was an injection molding process. So that injection molding process required die and mold, and that die and mold will cost around 6 to 7 lakhs, particularly for that chair. So if engineer made a mistake and one leg is short, right, compared to the 4 leg of chair, if one leg is somewhat short, around 5 mm or 6 mm, the product is none of the use. So you need to reinvest in the die and cost. You need to reinvest 5 to 6 lakh rupees. So if you have any process by means of which you can directly make the first sample of your chair from the design only, where you don't need injection molding process, you don't need to follow die mold cutting process, then it will be a kind of an useful for industry. And to avoid that high tool cost, we need a verification of our design. So this is one of the reasons why verification, right? So for this purpose, we need verification. High tool cost, time waste. Now, if you are making tool and mold, it will consume around 6 to 7 days, and then you are testing, you find some sort of leg, means 5 mm or 6 mm difference in the leg size. So it will be waste of the time. And nowadays, industry or the product development company have very less time to market, so it's required to have immediate verification of the concept or proof of concept, or immediate verification of the design. High job work time in the CNC work, as I mentioned, it will take around 6 to 7 days of time to test your or to make your die and mold. So people don't have time, so they need a verification, they need immediate verification, right? For example, if you want to test, I'm giving you an example here. Orange color bottle is a 3D printed piece. Left hand side green color bottle is original product that any customer, any product development company want to make. For example, one company want to make such a green color model, but before that they want to test it. And test it for what? To check acceleration in the conveyor belt. So here on the bottom side, you can read that caption: a bottle rapid prototype developed to test acceleration along a conveyor belt using a mobile app. So what they've done, they designed a product, but before making actual product, they made a plastic prototype. As you can see in the orange color, they designed in such a way in a 2-part. They put the mobile app over there. So by means of mobile application, you can calculate the acceleration, right? So they done the test on it. They have applied a proper calculation of conveyor this acceleration and all, and they can find the data. So by performing actual test before making your actual product, it will always beneficial for the end user and for the manufacturing company. So this is one of the example. So what they have done, before making die and mold, before making actual product, they have made a prototype. They have tested that prototype as an actual product on a conveyor belt to avoid any mistakes. For example, as you have seen, maybe all of you have seen like about the Coca-Cola plant where Coke bottles are keep going on the conveyor belt, right? So there is some speed acceleration value of that conveyor belt. So that is standard value. So so for example, user here want to understand like whatever the design our designer had made, either it is suitable to sustain that much of speed, that much of acceleration while these bottles are running on the conveyor belt. So to get that answer, they can perform the test once. And for example, if 3D printing is not there, and if they haven't done a prototyping work, they haven't done a verification work, and if they find like the bottles are not remaining on the position, they are get tilted, right? They fall off by using or by means of a high acceleration value, right? So it will be another kind of 8 to 10 days of investment, another investment of time, energy, money, right? And it's a kind of a headache stuff for the product development company. So it's very useful for product development company, right? So that is why verification is required. And verification can be done by means of 3D printing process. So here I'm giving you some example, right? So this, you all are aware about it. May I know what is this? You can message, what is this? Nowadays, this is very famous stuff. You can message any student who is aware about this stuff can message on the chat. No one can identify this stuff. Yamini ma'am, can you recognize this product? This is actually a product. No, it's not a hair dryer. It's look like a hair dryer, but not a hair dryer actually. Temperature check, yes. Swetha Imidi gave excellent answer. It's a temperature checking thermometer gun. Nowadays, every mall, every shop you are entering, people are using this. So it's a hot product due to the COVID, right? So what we have done the prototyping work. So due to the high demand of this kind of a product, people are making, or the product manufacturer company are making a prototyping work, or they are doing prototyping stuff before going with actual process of manufacturing. So they do insertion of their electronics inside it, they perform the test, they also check ergonomical way, like either it's feasible to keep in your hand, how it's look and all these things, right? So it's always plus point for product development company to make a prototyping and to do a verification. This is also impeller body prototype we made. This is also toilet sink. So one of the toilet sink manufacturing company wants to do a prototyping and a verification of their size and all, right? There are lots of parameters which need to be considered before making product. It's not like we have only TV, fan, AC, laptop, mobile, mouse, calculator are the product only. This is also kind of a product. There is a kind of a huge industry behind such a product, ceramic industry, right? So they also want to do a proof of concept, right? The second one is like a bottle prototype, right? This 5-liter can we have made. So people want to test actual volume. They want to check actual ergonomic way of handling or to lift up this can. So either it's feasible to insert your forefinger inside of this handle. So they want to check such kind of a parameter, and it can be done by means of prototyping and verification. This is also bottle. This is you can very well understand what is this, right? Casserole. Right. So prototype, what exactly a prototype? The prototype is a draft version of your product. Draft version means sample version of your product, which will allow you to explore the ideas and to show the intention behind a feature or overall design concept to use before investing time, money into a development. So before investing your time, money, energy into the development process, it will give you a sense of idea how it will look like, right? So this is as a prototyping. And to in the process of making a prototyping is called as a 3D printing. So hopefully I make everything clear why we need to use 3D printing in the industry and in the manufacturing and why people are using it, right? So here I also want if someone can answer on the text message group, like anyone can relate what is this? This is a kind of a prototype. I am going to show you in the very next slide, so you will get the 100% idea, but just have a guess. What is this actually? You can guess. Looks like enclosure cover, but it's a day-to-day use product. Every office you can find this product. Okay, no one can guess. Okay, no problem. Let's move ahead. Now, cooler. No, it's not a cooler. Now it's easy to guess. You can put your message. I'm reading your message actually. So you can put your message. Printer, yeah, printer. Now it's easy to guess. So what we have done here is the one of the greatest example of using 3D printing to develop innovative product to solve the customer problem, right? So yeah, we got a challenge to develop an enclosure or a top cover of a HP printer. We don't have existing part. So designer made a design according to the existing dimension of a printer. We made a design, we 3D printed it, we are using it. As simple as this. So this process is very convenient and very easy to use in terms of product development process, in terms of product development cycle. For example, let me give you some points. So what we have achieved here by making such enclosures, it's easy for proof of concept. Our designer had designed this concept, right? Then applied on 3D printed, and then we have done the 3D printing, we have tested. So it tested, it performing very well. We can open, we can close from the top end, right? So it's the design seems okay, means proof of concept, we can get a green signal. And then we can follow injection molding process to make multiple pieces. So for example, we are solving people's problem. Some customer having this old HP printer model, they are facing same issue. They broken the top cover, they want a replacement, they are not finding a replacement in the local market, not with the HP because the model is outdated since 10 years, right? So how to get that spare parts? So here is the answer. Using 3D printing technology, if you need one piece, you can directly print it with a 3D printer, you can make it with 3D printer. If you want to sell it, if you want to generate a business out of it, you do a die mold work, make CNC VMC die, use injection molding process as we have seen in case of chair. You can make multiple parts, you can distribute it, you can make your distribution channel, you can sell those parts, you can earn money, right? This simple way. Now this is also one of the example of 3D printing technology. Can anyone guess the application of 3D printing in making this basket? Why people do proof of concept in this product? What exactly a manufacturer of this product want to check? Can anyone get idea? If you want to speak, you can turn on your mic and you can speak. Size is always the parameter. Dimension is also a parameter. There is one important parameter for which the manufacturer of this product want to do a proof of concept, want to do a prototyping using 3D printing technology. And nowadays, 3D printing is the only way to do a perfect prototyping and verification. So here is one of the most important parameter is a draft angle. They want to check a draft angle. Why? Because this is export related product. The manufacturer of this product are going to export thousands of product in the container. And as you can see, there is somewhat gap here. So one basket inside the second basket, it's not fitting match to match. So it depends on the draft angle. So they need to change the draft angle, right? So why this is most important parameter? Because if they have a space of some volume and they want to insert around 1,000 pieces, and if they have this much of space, the extra space, it can get 800 pieces only, 200 pieces, they need another space. So that is why the draft angle is most important in this product development phase, particularly for such application. And to check this parameter is important for such kind of an work. For example, in one container, you want to load 50,000 pieces, but your 2 piece required somewhere around 10 mm of height, right? So you want to reduce that height. So for example, you can, instead of 10 piece, you can insert 15 piece in single line. So this is one of the parameters. There are lots of parameters to understand. Now, maybe you all get idea like why 3D printing? Why 3D printing? 3D printing for proof of concept, for prototyping, right? This is a very common application, and this is the main reason that Chuck Hull found a 3D printing technology. This is the reason to do a prototyping and to do a proof of concept. Then it got some mind into it. People doing some R&D, people done some R&D, they're finding some other application. But one of the main application is to do a proof of concept, a prototyping using a 3D printing technology. So what exactly a 3D printing? Here it's the answer. Here is the main session starts. 3D printing referred as additive manufacturing process. So compared to the old process, which is a substitute manufacturing process, where we are cutting our objects, right? Here we are adding the material. So the additive manufacturing technology, where virtual designs can be converted into a physical design by printing it, where your 3D model can get converted into a physical model by means of printing it, by layer, adding the material, we can say as a printing, and we are doing it, right? It refers to the process in which material is joined or solidified under computational control, right? So how does it actually work? So first step is CAD model, then we need to convert into a printable file. That is a kind of an extension, as we are giving in case of converting our PDF file from Word file. So yeah, Word having some extension. Same way, if you are converting into a PDF, we have .pdf extension. Same way, we need to make it a printable file, and that extension is .stl. Then there is a slicing software that I will give you idea about, like what is a slicing software. Then it will converted that slice by means of slicing software. Our design get converted into multiple layers, and then by means of the slicing software, we are converting that multiple layers into the G code, which can be understood by the printer, and then we can have a physical model in our hand. So let's understand what is the slicing software. So slicing software is a simple software which will convert your design into multiple layers, and then we need to print each and every layer using a 3D printing technology. So if we make it simple, so left hand side you can see this is the front view of object, and by doing slicing you can see on the right hand side you can see the sliced view. So slicer will do a slicing of your object, and each and every layer we will print, right? Now I'm going to give you exact idea of 3D printing process, but before that let me give you idea of a slicing software. So for example, here we are going to use a Simplify 3D slicing software. We are using a Simplify 3D slicing software. So this is the interface of a slicing software, right? Where we need to add our object. For example, if you want to make 3D printing product, right? So let me give you any idea about, let me take any object here, right? So this is our object, we want to make this, right? So by means of prepare to print, you can see like it get converted into multiple layers. So here from bottom, it's a first layer. Here I'm changing the number of layers, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So you can see it get converted into multiple layers. Each and every layer we are printing, right? How we are printing? Let me give you an idea by means of a dedicated video. So here is a video of 3D printing process using a FDM technology. So here layer by layer we are making this object. Final process is going on. We have our product ready. Yeah, so this is the support structure of tabletop fan. So some way somewhat around all these objects we made using 3D printing technology, right? So this is the basic FDM technology 3D printing process where we are using a CAD model, then we are slicing it and we are printing it layer by layer using a plastic material. Maybe you guys having multiple questions, we will take your questions on later on, right? You keep writing it aside if you have any questions, right? Related to printing process, material, time, lots of questions are there, I can understand. But let me give you a quick idea about why 3D printing. 3D printing is for prototyping, and prototyping, not only a prototyping, but a rapid prototyping. Rapid means immediately. As I mentioned in previous slide, like people or company don't have a time. They have very less time to market. So rapidly they want a prototyping. It will take as much as 1/10 time than casting, flexibility of choosing the materials. There are multiple materials that we can choose. We can experiment with new design concept, experiment with a new, better material, whatever is the possible, right? We can immediately launch our product into the market. If you don't want a menu, like multiple piece, we can market immediately. As I mentioned, in the case of HP printer enclosure, top cover we made, right? So if you want to make 1,000 piece, you go with die and mold. But if you want to sell 10 piece, right? If you want to solve your own problem, you can directly use it. So you have very less time to market, you can use it. You can use full for small batch production. Yeah, as in the same case of that enclosure, right? You can use it for small batch production. If you want to make 10 piece only, it's an outdated product, right? HP printer model, that model was outdated. So I don't need thousands of piece. I only need 10 piece, particularly for the person who don't have that top cover, who have a broken cover, right? They want a replacement. So you need 10 piece or 20 piece or 50 piece. So it's useful for small batch production because it does not require any CNC, VMC die mold work. You have design, you can directly print it using a 3D printer machine. You don't need any other process. That is why it's very useful and best for research and development work, right? Applications where it can be used. Prototyping, as we have seen. Casting industry, construction industry, sculptor making, education, aerospace, automotive, architecture industry, medical industry, entertainment industry, then lots of applications are there, right? Toy making industry, all these industry can be get advantage of 3D printing technology. Let me give you a quick focus on the case studies to develop an innovative product using 3D printing technology. As right hand side, you can see the sculpture prototype for L&T Hazira Surat. They want to make a 6 meter height of stage, this sculpture, which is called as a L&T Spirit of Hazira sculpture. The name is Spirit of Hazira, L&T. They want to develop it. So they hired one sculpture artist. Here you can see this person is Mr. Jitu Bhai. So they hired this person and want to make, and they want the first prototype of that sculptor, the Spirit of Hazira. They want, the L&T officials want to see like how that 6 meter or height of sculptor will look alike, right? So they want to see. So they asked this Mr. Jitu Bhai to give us a first sample prototype. So Jitu Bhai don't have any other option beside of using 3D printing technology. They have our Pratham 5.0 model. On the left hand side here, you can see they made the small version of the original 6 meter height of statue or a sculptor using 3D printing process. They done some post-processing on it. They applied a silver coating. They presented in front of L&T officials. They got approval of this order and they are very happy at the end of the day. And after inauguration of this sculptor, L&T also want to give a small 1 feet kind of a same replica once any project can get successful completion. So as a token of appreciation or as a goodwill, they are going to give 1 feet size of sculptor to their employee for successful completion of any project which was assigned to them, right? So for that also Jitu Bhai got an order, and this time they are going to use 3D printing process. They 1 feet sculpture, they are not going to make out of SS or metal, right? They are going to use it by means of 3D printing technology. So it's very useful for them to get a instant approval, also to get a more business, also to generate or to make a innovative product. This is a kind of an innovative design of a sculpture. As you can see, this is a very innovative design of a sculptor that can be possible by means of 3D printing in single shot. So here is the case study. Left hand side also you can see the necklace stand mannequin for casting process was printed by 3D printing technology, right? Here you can see the video. Sorry. Yeah. Another case study which was this project was done by us. So yeah, let's see the video. This is a life size, means 6 feet size of statue we want to make, right? And here we have the challenge to make it very quickly, because there was an inauguration of village and they want to inaugurate it very immediately within 7 days of time. So within 5 days we need to complete this job. So we used our maximum capacity of 22 machines. We are making each and every machine in running, and then we are making in parts, and then we are joining it. We will join it as you will see a better way in the video, right? So by gluing it, by joining it, finally we have our model. Then we will do coloring work, and the final dispatch. So some post processing is going on. So here is main important parameter here is the time frame. Within 5 days of time, no one can make such a statue without 3D printing technology. Handmade process, you forget about it, right? So here we are doing some coloring work. Here it is ready, and ready in the 6 feet of height. You can see this. And ready for dispatch. We're dispatching it. The inauguration done, right? So this is also one of the example of making an innovative product using 3D printing technology. Also, we can find application in metal sand casting process, where people want to develop a metal product immediately. So they want to make a casting pattern, and nowadays people are making a pattern out of wooden material, but they have a option of 3D printing technology. So they are accepting the 3D printing technology to make a 3D printed pattern and then do a metal sand casting. Let's see how. These are 3D printed patterns. By using our 3D printing technology, we made it, right? So now we are following the sand casting process, making core box for sand casting. This process you can better understand. It's in a curriculum of engineering, so manufacturing process. If you are in the mechanical engineering department, you must aware about this process. This is the sand casting process. We need to make a core box, right, out of our 3D printed pattern. So general process they are following. They are taking out the printed pattern, so converting it to a cavity. Then they will pour a molten metal inside that cavity, and we will have our final metal part in our hand. Yeah, this is a casted piece. Now we will do some finishing work on, or we can say the machining work on lathe machine, and we will ultimately have our final product in our hand. Yeah, removing extra material in form of chips. So lathe machine also you might be very well aware about it, right? So here is the application, like metal part using 3D printed part. So here is the one of the application of 3D printing, right? Second, the most interesting case study, we made a 3D printed cooler. Complete set of cooler was made using 3D printing process and performed a practical testing. So this whole bunch of cooler is 3D printed only, and we assembled the parts and performing an actual test. Right? This is also some of the prototypes, right? So yeah, Pratham series of FDM 3D printer. Whatever the prototypes you have seen earlier was made using Pratham series of 3D printers. So we have multiple range of 3D printer where we can make prototypes up to the size of 500 mm, right? 200 mm to 500 mm of size we can make. Yeah. container prototype, small size to large size is ready using 3D printing technology. So what are the materials we can use? Material used for 3D printing is called as a filament. Basically in FDM technology is called as a filament. Filament comes in multiple variants like PLA, polylactic acid, ABS, acrylobutadiene, styrene. Then flexible means rubber type of material also you can use. You can use PETG, right? So such kind of thermoplastic material is possible to use in 3D printing material. Also wooden type of material is available, metal material is also available, carbon fiber, ceramic. Range of materials are available to do a 3D printing, and we need to follow different processes. Basically whatever we have seen is FDM process, fluid deposition modeling, right? This is the first process in which we are using plastic material only. Then we have DLP, we have SLA, we have selective laser sintering, we have metal 3D printer. These all are the types of 3D printer based on the applications, right? So what exactly is fused deposition modeling? In fused deposition modeling, we have an extruder in which we insert the filament, the plastic filament, then by means of heater, we convert it into a semi-liquid form, and layer by layer, we are depositing it and we are making our object. So this is the FDM process. We will give you a practical idea about FDM process. Then we have a digital light process, DLP technology. DLP process, the raw material is in the form of liquid resin. It's not in a form of plastic, but in DLP process, it also a 3D printing technology, but the raw material will be in the form of liquid, and by using a UV light below it, we are converting that liquid resin into the solid, because the resin is a photocurable resin. By imparting or by projecting a certain wavelength UV light, it will get converted into a solid. So let's have a quick demo of DLP process. So basically this DLP process can be used in making a jewelry wax piece. In jewelry industry, to make a masterpiece, we are using 3D printing technology, and that is why we using DLP technology, just because of by means of DLP process, we will get high precision, which is required in jewelry industry. Small features we want to make, right? So that is only possible with DLP technology. So that is why there is a development and there is a availability of this process. All this process called as a 3D printing, because we are not making any object by means of cutting it. We are making the objects by means of layer by layer adding the material. So work has been started. As you can see, the liquid tray is there, and from bottom we are projecting the UV light, and layer by layer it's making a model. So you will see here, after some times, there will be a bunch of rings, or you can say as a masterpiece of rings or a wax piece of rings will get ready. And we can use that wax piece ring to convert into a gold and silver by means of investment casting process. This is the way, or this is the possibility of making innovative product using a 3D printing technology. So we are making innovative jewelry design using a 3D printing technology, and this is only possible by means of 3D printing. Right? Before this 3D printing, the Karigar need to carving a wax block, and to make such a minor detailing work using a carving process, it seems impossible. Right? Here we are doing some finishing work, and then we have our wax piece ready. We will follow investment casting process, and we can have a gold and silver ring in our hand. So almost all the jewelry industry, all the jewelry persons are using this technology nowadays. So it's another example of making innovative product using 3D printing technology. Yeah. Okay. So this is the DLP actually. Each and every technology required minimum 4 to 5 hours to understand deeply. It's very difficult to cover all this technology in 1 or 2 hour sessions, right? So we are just giving you idea, right? This filigree work is also made using DLP process, right? As you can see, left hand side is the silver ball, right hand side is a 3D printed ball. These all are the example of 3D printing process for jewelry industry, right? Here also one quick video. Right hand side is a wax piece we made using 3D printing technology. Left hand side is a casting in gold and brass material. So for such application, we are using 3D printing technology. And the advantage is that we can make wax piece in 1 hour. While we do carving, it will take around 6 to 7 hours for the person. And also we have challenge, like we will not get such accuracy and precision, right? Here you can see the Hanuman God ring we made using 3D printing technology, right? So yeah, as we have seen fused diffusion modeling, it uses a filament spool. Filament is fed by the printer, melted by the heater, and will get converted into a physical object layer by layer. This is our Made in India range of FDM 3D printers, which we are making. Our website is make3d.in. So from small range to a multiple heavy duty range, we have a range of 3D printers, right? There is one concept of 3D scanning. So I just want to take confirmation from the sir. If we have time, we can go ahead with 3D scanning. Otherwise, we can take questions and answers.
Please go ahead for another 5 minutes or 8 minutes, and then we'll
Okay,
take.
fine. Okay, fine. So let's quickly take a 3D scanning. So 3D scanning concept is very interesting when we don't have any design or when we want to copy such a design, right? As you can see in the left hand side, we have ceramic cup, tea cup, and right hand side we have 3D printed cup, which we made using 3D scanning and 3D printing. So we don't have design. We want to make a replica of that ceramic cup, but we don't have any design. So how to make it? So we have 3D scanning. We do a scanning of that cup. We have design ready. We have 3D printer with us. Once we have the design, so we can print it, right? So let's have a practical how we made it. So in first case study, we will understand we made some artistic statue of Lord Rama, right? So we will see, right? Here is a existing statue which was available with us. Ram Darbar statue is there. So it's a large size wooden statue. So what we done is like we have 3D scanner with us. So we are going to scan it. So we will have a design with us. And once we have design, we can make a small replica to a big replica using 3D printer machine. Right? So we are doing the scanning. So yeah, as you can see, it's get immediately converted into a solid model here in the software. So whatever the portion we are doing the scanning, the software is making a 3D model. So it's not like 3D designing you need to learn. You have the 3D scanner in your hand. You have the industry having the option of 3D scanner. They can immediately do a reverse engineering of any object. They can immediately copy any object they want. They can modify also, right, as per the application, as per the requirement. Now we have a 3D file ready. So this is our software Simplify 3D, where we do the slicing, as I have shown you in the previous slide, right? I have shown you the software. So here we do slicing, then we are doing a 3D printing using our Pratham 5.0 printer. Right, it's get completed. So large size statue we converted into a small tabletop statue using 3D scanning and a 3D printing. Now we will see another example of tea cup. So this is the cup that we want to make, but in a plastic. We want to do some modification it. We want to check it for some IoT product related work. Anyhow, for some application, we want that cup in a plastic, right? So what we have done the 3D scanning. We have rotary table here. We will put cup on it. It will rotate, and at the same time, scanner will capture the data. This is the fixed mode scanning, right? Yeah. So process has been started. On the right hand side on the laptop, you can see it's generating a 3D CAD model. Yeah, here you can see immediately it's converting into a CAD model. We can take that CAD model into a slicing software. We can slice, we can make a program, we can 3D print it, and we will have a teacup replica within fraction of hours. So using 3D printing and along with the 3D scanning, it's very easy. It made very easy to make a replica of product. It's also helps you to make innovative product and immediately, right? Yeah, we are doing a 3D printing, Pratham 3.0 printer. Final step is there. Yeah, it's ready. Right? So this is the magic of 3D printing. The example of 3D is scanning, like first image you can see broken part, second image we done the 3D scanning, we made a CAD model, and the third image you can see the replica of that same model and we can end use that part. So it's also useful for industrial person to replace a broken part using 3D scanning, where we can't do a designing manually because some parts are difficult to do a manual design by doing a manual measurement. So we need to use 3D scanner. We can get a data of surface, we can get a dimension data, and then we can convert into a CAD model and have following by a 3D printing process, right? Here is a quick demo of engineering part of 3D scanning, right? Visor of a bike. Mudguard scanning is there. So we scanned a mudguard. So mudguard manufacturer want to make a replica of original part. So by doing a 3D scanning, they can have a CAD model, they can do 3D printing, they can test, they can verify. If they find suitable, they go ahead with injection molding process to make multiple thousands of pieces, and they can generate their business. They can do some modification on the design, they can make innovative product, which is possible using 3D printing. Software used for designing is Solid Edge. You can also use SolidWorks. There are lots of software, right? Now the final slide, 3D printer for whom? 3D printer can be used by engineers, designers, architects, hobbyists, artists, R&D people, manufacturers, and most important, by students. Right? Each and every industry, each and every person can take their own advantage out of a 3D printing process. We will take more sessions in near future to understand each and every department. For example, architectures. So how architectures can make their advantage, how they can take advantage of 3D printing technology, why they want to use, what are the applications, right? Artists, why they can use, R&D people, why to use, what are the advantage. We can take all these sessions. Students. So for students, it's very much important to use 3D printing technology because it will promote innovative thinking. By means of 3D printing, you don't have any limitation. Before 3D printing, if 3D printing is not in the market, then if you want to make some prototype, want to make some object, you need to go to the local industry, local market, local area where some industries are using CNC, VMC, lathe machine process. They will not entertain you for single piece of object, right? So it's very pain point stuff, because I personally felt their stuff during 2012, 2013, where for the development of engineering project, we want to make some small spare parts. So for that customized spare parts, people don't want to entertain us because it's a low value cost product, but we want only one piece, right? So the existing industry in the market don't want to entertain us because they don't find their interest in handling a student, right? So 3D printing will give you a chance, because with 3D printing, you don't need to take help from any existing industry. You have 3D printer in your lab, you have 3D printer in your home, you have design, you are able to do a design, you are able to make spare parts. So that's an advantage for students. So students can take maximum advantage out of 3D printing, right? So here I'm going to end the sessions. Before that, if any query, feel free to ask in the message box, or you can turn on your mic and you can ask. Thank you very much.
I mean, most of the people, they left at 4:10. Why? Because they have college bus. So
Okay.
that is why we
Yeah.
find less people online, and at the same time, even in the offline center, they left by 4:20. But
Okay,
there is a
okay.
question from Asmatullah Khan. What is the cost of the 3D printer?
So the cost of 3D printer varies from the size perspective, like whatever the size you are selecting, the price is accordingly there. But for example, the rough estimate, if you go ahead with industrial grade product, somewhere around 1 lakh rupees, you will get a good product for the long term use down the line, 5 years, 7 years. So from 1 lakh to 10 lakhs FDM product you can find. DLP products start from 6 lakhs rupees to 25 lakhs. Metal products, metal 3D printers start from 50 lakhs to 2 crore. But most affordable process is FDM process, which you can go ahead with 1 lakh rupees.
Okay. And there is a question from Sangeeta, who is assistant professor here. May I know the software used for designing?
Yeah. Software used for designing, there are multiple options, like you can use AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Creo, CATIA, Pro Engineer, Solid Edge, right? There are lots of software. All the CAD modeling software can be used to develop a CAD model. There is no any specific software. For automobile related work, you can use CATIA. For metal industry, solid block related work, sheet metal related work, you can use SolidWorks. For reverse engineering, you can use Solid Edge. So according to the application, there are some softwares.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the participants? I have one question. Once we scan, I'm talking about 3D scanning. Once we scan the model, can I do some redesigning on the scanned one?
Yeah, you can do. You can do complete modification of it.
Okay.
Yeah. That is why it will help you to make an innovative product. You can take that tea cup.
Yeah.
You can do scanning. You can do modification according to your requirement, your application. You can do some innovation on it. It will be easy for you. But at the same time, also you want that basic feature of existing cup. So both way is possible.
Yeah. Participants, any questions? Okay, I think there are no questions. First of all, thank you very much.
Here we got one question from Asmatullah Khan. Is there any disadvantage of the technology?
Ajay,
yeah, there is. We can't say as a disadvantage, but we can say as a limitation. The limitation is like this process is slow in terms of making an object. For example, in the first slide, I mentioned one video in which we are making chair, right? Injection molding process. So it's making a chair in 3 to 4 minutes by following injection molding process. While the same size of chair you want to make using 3D printing technology, it will take around 1 day of time. That big of size, right? Depend on the size. So that is a limitation. But at the same time, if you compare the cost of making a die mold to check your first prototype, 6 to 7 lakh rupees, compared to investment of 24 hours of time with 3D printing, it's always a plus point for 3D printing. But that is only a limitation. Otherwise, there is a bunch of possibility and advantage using the 3D printing technology. That is why it get that this much of attraction from all the way of industry, like manufacturing, the architecture, the casting, the sculpture making, the artist, all can take advantage of this technology. There is no such a disadvantage. Only the limitations like speeds and all, which is like acceptable, right?
True. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tejas, for spending your time for our students. I would like to thank Make3D.in, Tejas, for
You're welcome, sir. Yeah.
for giving this, and at the same time, MBA department who has facilitated this in offline mode also. All the faculty who has joined this session, thank you very much for joining, for spending your time in knowing about this 3D printing. Tejas, as you said, in 1 hour or 2 hours, we cannot learn many things. That is valid point. Soon, once you people become free, we will speak about it. We'll try to make good sessions, 1 day or 2 day sessions, with the support of you to all the students and faculty here.
Yeah. Sure. Looking forward for that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the session.
Yeah.
Thank you very much all. Thank you, Tejas sir.
Thank you, sir.